Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, December 15th, 2018. The Lakers and LeBron James are on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets, the team controlled by Michael Jordan. Got a very interesting riddle here. So, today's game, December 15th, the 349th day of the year, leaving 16 days remaining. We got a date with 65 numerology. The game happens to be a span of 65 days from Michael Jordan's upcoming birthday. Out of the rest of the date numerology, the number that really stuck out to me was 45. Jordan, he wore 45, playing in Illinois. Remember, Illinois is 45. That number could factor into tonight's game. Notice the Lakers on the road right now are 6-7 away. They just lost in Houston, and now they're playing in North Carolina. North Carolina equals 67. North Carolina in the base ciphers also sums to 77. They could improve to 7-7. And real quick before we talk about this game, want to talk about the thing that I overlooked with the last game. And I nearly came and made a follow-up video. I should have. I pointed out in the last game that the Lakers, if they lost to the Rockets, there would be a difference of 54 games. The Lakers would have won 54 more games than the Rockets in the regular season if they lost, and the game was going to be 54 days after they had last played each other. And what I had forgot in the decode that I uploaded was what happened in the last game. There was the brawl between the Lakers and the Rockets, and I showed how that was a tribute to what was going on in the baseball world, where, you know, in baseball, team brawls are something that happen pretty often. And remember, baseball equals 54. That brawl was a tribute to what was going on with the Red Sox, who'd lost 54 games, who went on to beat the LA team. And you can go back and watch my video on the LA-Houston brawl, but there was this huge baseball theme, and 54 is a huge baseball number. So that was the big oversight in the last decode, forgetting that that prior game had that baseball riddle. And now we've seen also James Harden have a number of 50-point games against LA teams, and you might recall last year he scored 51 back-to-back over both LA teams. And that was in tribute to what had happened in the World Series with Houston beating LA. And then in this most recent World Series, Boston had Alex Cora, who was a manager with Houston prior, one of the coaches there. So there was a deeper riddle in the last game, and should have caught on to that 54 piece even more. So anyway, they fell to 6-7 in Houston. Now they travel to North Carolina, which equals 67. With a chance to win, they would improve to 7-7. North Carolina is also 77. And their next game's in Washington, D.C., the city on the 77th meridian. And of course, Jordan, he also played for the Wizards, didn't he? So anyway, the Lakers can become 7-7 on the road with a win. They could also get their 18th win of the season. Charlotte, NC, like how you'd write the city-state on an envelope, equals 61, the 18th prime. They get their 18th win, become 7-7. The Lakers currently lead the Hornets 33-23. And we're going to get to how LeBron James has dominated the Hornets, Jordan's team. And of course, LeBron and Jordan both wear the number 23. LeBron's 33 right now. He's going to turn 34 later this month. If the Lakers won tonight, they'd take an 11-game lead. They'd become 34-23. 11 matters because 66 is the 11th triangular number. Lakers is 66. LeBron's 66. LeBron James is 66. These teams will play one more time later this season in LA. If LA won this game and the next game, they'd take a 12-game lead. Los Angeles has that Gematria 37, the 12th prime. Something to keep in mind, though, this is probably the biggest riddle on the board for Charlotte tonight. If Charlotte got the win, it would be 33-24, which would be a 9-game lead. And with this 45 date numerology, 45 is the 9th triangular number. This will be the 57th game in the regular season, the big Scottish Rite number. King James was a Scottish Rite Freemason. The Lakers could get their 34th series win in Spectrum Arena. Spectrum equals 34. They call it the Spectrum Center, actually. LeBron is 42-6 against Charlotte. 42-6. Pretty dominating, you know. Pretty dominant. So he wins 7 for every one he loses. With a win, LeBron would improve to 43-6. That'd be a difference of 37 games. Los Angeles equals 37. The name Jordan also has Gematria 37. I imagine Michael Jordan will be in attendance. With a loss, the Lakers would lead by 35 games. If the Lakers lost, or I shouldn't say Lakers, I should have said LeBron. With a loss, LeBron would lead by 35 games. It would become 42-7. That is interesting because King James equals 35, right? And King James also sums to 89, which is the 24th prime. The Hornets could get their 24th win in the series. To date, Charlotte is 12-15 at home against the Lakers. They are playing on the 15th, but today leaves 16 days left in the year. So they could get their 16th loss on the day, leaving 16 days left in the year. They could stay on 15 losses on the 15th. The other thing is Charlotte could get their 13th win on this date with 45 numerology. 13, when written out, has Gematria 45 in both reduction base ciphers. They'd get their 13th win over LA. The game is 301 days or a span of 302 after Jordan's 55th birthday. The game's 64 days or a span of 65 before Jordan's 56th birthday. Remember, we talked about how there's 65 date numerology. It's also interesting that December 15th equals 311, the 64th prime. I didn't see how these numbers really factored into the game, just how they aligned with Jordan. For LeBron, this game comes on his 351st day of his age. That's the 26th triangular, and the name Jordan in the most pure cipher is 26. The game is 15 days or a span of 16 before LeBron's 34th birthday. I'm realizing I'm going to do one more thing once I get through what I already wrote. I'm remembering now that Kobe was once drafted by Charlotte before being sent off to the Lakers. We're going to measure from Kobe's birthday too here in a moment. So these teams, they're going to play one more time this year, and I think this is the stat that leads us in the right direction here. So these teams are going to meet again March 29th, the 88th day of the year. That'll be 104 days later, or a span of 105 days from today's game. With regards to the span of 105 and it being on the 88th day of the year, Bible equals 105, King James Bible 88. You see these riddles all the time with LeBron. It's also a span of 15 weeks. If the Lakers swept Charlotte this year, they'd improve to 35-23. And King James is 35. King is 23. LeBron's 23. Jordan's 23. The next game is on a date with 26 numerology. Jordan's 26 as well. It's also a date with 44 numerology. The math's right here. If you just had 3 plus 2 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9, it's 26. But if you do it the life lesson route, 3 plus 29 is 32. Plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 is 12 more, 44. LeBron can get his 44th win against Charlotte if he sweeps. Because, again, he's already 42-6. So if he wins both games this year, he'd be 44-6. Get his 44th win against Charlotte on the date with 44 numerology. Chosen one also equals 44. King James, when you use the rule for S, is 44 as well. So I think that's a big deal. I looked at this for a while, was trying to examine, turn over every stone I could think of. And just as I'm doing this live, I'm also going, oh yeah, Kobe was drafted by Charlotte and then traded to the Lakers. So let's just see what Kobe's birthday is in light of today's game. So Kobe's 40. His birthday's on the 23rd. August 23rd to today is 114 days. Very interesting, because what do we know about 114? Just using the alphabetic order, LeBron James is 114. Okay, so it's it's also 3 months and 22 days. Perfect. Just to be thorough, let's see what it is to Kobe's upcoming 41st birthday. King 41, LA 41. 251 days. That is the 54th prime number. I think it's from his last birthday, though. That 114 days. I think that's the real interesting stat right now. So, I mean, there are a couple riddles on the board for Charlotte, but with LeBron having that chance to get the 44th win with a sweep, the Lakers putting to 35 wins, the big symbolic number for the season. And then the away record makes a lot of sense. The transition from 6-7 to 7-7, and then going up and playing in DC on the 77th meridian, where that's a big number. Got to ride with that narrative. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.